Hey, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you to all of those who have subscribed and those who will be subscribing after watching this video. We will be doing a review on Juvia'S Place Concealer today, and I am so excited. I have never tried this concealer. I have never used this concealer, and you know what? We're going to use it today. So, we are also going to be doing a high bun with some diamond edges. I know you all have seen this cool trend with the diamonds on the edges and the swoops, so that's what we will be doing today. So let's get into this video. Okay, so as you can see, I already kind of swooped the bun. These braids I already did, and yes, I will drop a video on how I did these braids. They are knotless, but I'm gonna start off with just kind of adding my edge control. So if you have an edge control brush, this makes it a little bit easier, or if you have comb, just go ahead and start combing down your edges, and then you're just gonna apply a little bit of gel and edge control in those areas. And yes, you want to apply both at the same time because this gives it that mold that you're looking for, so that your swoop looks like a swoop, almost like a Nike check. Okay, look at that. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my styling foam, and I just applied this to the front and a little bit to the back. This is also going to help that mold, any flyaways, and just making sure that your braids look nice and shiny and sleek, and don't forget your edges back there, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to take my hair wrapping paper. I'm just going to put this right on my edges because, again, I want my swoops to look like swoops and I want them to be laid. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead again and apply my scarf, and we're going to get right into this. Okay, first things first, I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I am using my Juvia'S Precision Brow Pencil. This is in the color Ebony, and I really like this pencil because it's nice and thin, and it's not expensive at all. So I use this pencil to kind of just fill in my brows and give it its nice shape, and then I'm going to go ahead and carve them out. Okay, so now I'm going in with my P. Louise base. This is in the color 1, and I like to use this because it gives my eyelid a very natural look, especially when I'm going to throw on a nice brown or just a natural eyeshadow on top of my lid. So to actually set this base, I'm going to use my thick. This is in the Perception palette by Sheila and ColourPop, and this is a nice brown color. It does have a little orange in it, but I like the color enough just to use as a base, as a background, as a blank canvas. Okay, so this just gives me something to work with without it looking too brown or too orange. And just the tip, as you can see, I'm really packing in the eyeshadow so that it's in all of the creases and wrinkles, just really in there. So take your time to actually blend your shadow. Don't rush it. Okay, so choosing a foundation for me is very hard because sometimes I feel like I'm too light and sometimes I feel like I'm too dark. So I am going in with my new Caledonia. Honestly, I'm probably saying that wrong, and that is okay, but I'm going to apply it, which is very, very important. I'm going to apply with my Dome Stippling brush. This is the number 41 brush by Sephora, and I really like this brush because it just gives me a nice kind of naturalness. I don't know, I think this is definitely one of my favorite brushes. what you all have been waiting for, the Juvia'S Place I Am Magic Liquid Concealer. This is designed to give you full coverage, it's lightweight, and it has 24 unique shades, which have all been formulated for all skin types. One, I am amazed by this concealer because one, yes, it went on very smooth. Two, the shade range. I have issues finding the right concealer or foundation because I am darker and I don't want to look too pale and I don't want to look too orange. And I found that this color was amazing. I am using the number, I believe it's 9, and as the numbers go higher, they do get lighter. As they get lower, they get darker. So I was really happy about using this concealer, and after it dried down, as you can see, it did not really move. It blended in very nicely and it was not drying at all. I definitely can say the wear time for it was all day. If you go on my Instagram, you can actually see what I wore with this look and how it came out. But I was really happy about the concealer. My skin looks really dewy, it has a nice glow to it, and I definitely think it's just definitely in the price range for anybody. This concealer was $14 and as of right now it's $12 on sale. You get a good amount of it as well. Like, I feel like if you've ever used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, you'll find that this concealer is not only very similar in texture, but very similar when it comes to the actual product, but you're getting a better price for it. Alright, so next up is the contouring. I am going to use my Vanish Stick by Hourglass. I love this stick. I've always loved this stick, and this is like just one of my favorite contour sticks. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it lasts very long, and I just feel like the finish, if you look at my cheekbones, the finish is just very natural, and that's just the kind of look I just love to go for. It's not that harsh contour, it's very soft, and it just goes. Look at that, look at that, look at that. And I'm gonna go ahead and start contouring my forehead area, and I do a little bit underneath the jawline, so just continue to watch and you will see. Okay, so just a small tip with the way I contour. The end of this brush I'm using, the more flatter side, which I'm using right now, I use that to blend out my contour. But the pointier end of that same side, I like to use to apply the product. So you don't want to kind of blend with the same areas, I guess, on the brush, because again, you don't want it to look too harsh. You want it to look very soft and natural. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set with my Pro Filter setting powder by Fenty. This is in the color Banana. And I decided to use this powder only because of the color. It is a little bit more yellow. It sits really nicely on concealer that may be a little bit too light, opposed to using a powder that is really, really light, and then I have a light concealer and then it just looks like I'm looking like a ghost, and that is what I'm not trying to do. And if you look at this video, you can see that my left side is a little bit more setted than the right side. Other than that, I'm just going to go in with my Micro Smooth powder and dust all of the excess powder away. Okay, so now I'm going in with my Sunstalker Mocha Mommy bronzer. This is by Fenty. I've never used this bronzer. I've never tried their bronzers. And I have been in the market of replacing my Barbie Brown bronzer, to be exact. And I don't want a bronzer that looks too red, and I don't want a bronzer that's too dark for me. So I don't have any opinions on this bronzer yet. I want to give it a little bit more tries before I say I like or do not like it. And with my bronzer, I literally just go over where I contoured at just to make sure that this is setted and it has a softer look. Again, we are going for soft. I like my makeup to look soft because my skin is soft, so yeah. Okay, so I did a little bit of cutting of the cheeks. I will not get into that right now because that is a lot to explain, but I am using a dense powder brush to kind of get rid of the excess powder. I feel like when you use a softer brush, it does not get rid of that residue, and this type of brush, so like a kabuki brush or something like that, that will help you with this. Okay, so now that I'm looking nice and snatched, I'm going to go ahead and do my black eyeliner. I'm using the Stila eyeliner, and yes, this is a cat eye. But with this cat eye, I just did a little bit more on the end of it. I wanted it to be more like a curved cat eye than anything. I feel like that's just a little bit more flattering to my eyes, and more of a softer look than the straight, sharp cat eye. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add my Kiss 3D lashes on. I really like these lashes because, one, these lashes look like they could be mink lashes, but in reality, they're just like $8 lashes, which is a lot, but you can reuse them. They are more flexible, so they don't have that thick, hard band that takes forever to dry and can't stay on your face. But these lashes are really good, easy to apply, and you know, there's just a 1-2 pop on. Okay. You would have thought these were my MAC lashes. So I added my eyeliner. Now I'm going to add a little LeBron. This is the Diamond Glow Powder by Artist Couture and Jackie Aina. That was the best collab ever. But I'm going ahead and add this. And as you can see right here, I use my finger. Use your finger to blend out that line. Please, I do not want to see highlighter lines on your cheeks. That is not what that is supposed to look like. So make sure you are blending, okay? You see it? Because I see it. Because I don't see it. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, slow motion for me, move it, slow, set that baby, set it, like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I believe this is my chestnut lip liner. I'm just kind of addicted with this brown liner that I have going on. After I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my Gelato multi-stick by Bite Beauty. This stick can be used for your eyeshadow, your lips, your cheeks, and probably some more things, but I ain't gonna get into that. Okay. Then I'm going to put on Balm. This is the Velvet Lip Glide by NARS. Really like this color because it matched the Gelato, and it's pink, and it had a nice kind of creamy effect to my lips without them looking too glossy. So I really like this lip combo a lot. Pro tip. So just a tip for you all, when you take off your scarf or whatever you have wrapped around your edges, make sure you go back in with your bronzer and you blend your edges appropriately, because you don't want to line and you don't want to look crazy. So now is the cute part. Now is where I added my rhinestones. I wanted to make sure that I didn't use too many that were too small and too many that were too big. I wanted to make sure that there was a variety around my edges, okay? So if you were far away, you could see them, and if you was up close, you could see them. But I really like this style. Alright, and that is that. I am so happy with this look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe. And I will see you all soon. Bye.